Welcome, royal fans and tennis lovers alike, to our latest deep dive video. Today we unravel the curious case. Why didn't Prince Louis join Kate Middleton, Prince William, Prince George, and Princess Charlotte at Wimbledon this year? It's a story that blends family dynamics, royal protocol, and adorable sibling instincts, all behind the scenes at one of the world's most prestigious sporting events. And you'll want to stick around till the end because you're about to learn surprising facts you won't find in the tabloids. Picture this. A sunny afternoon in southwest London, strawberries and cream on the side, royalty watching tennis from the royal box. Kate Middleton and Prince William stroll in hand, flanked by their children, George, 7, and Charlotte, 5. Royal watchers flood social media with photos of sweet sibling smiles, waving crowds, and red, white, and blue flags fluttering. But one little prince is missing. Prince Louis, all of 3 years old, is nowhere to be seen. For a family so high profile, every public appearance is noticeable, and his absence sparked speculation instantly. So what's really going on? Let's break it down. First, let's consider Louis's age and Wimbledon traditions. Historically, the royal family has maintained an unspoken guideline. Young children, especially toddlers, usually do not attend extended public events like a full day at Wimbledon. The idea is to protect their privacy, avoid overtiring them, and let them have a more carefree childhood away from constant public attention. Previous royal outings illustrate this. Prince George and Princess Charlotte, when they were Louis's age, sometimes skipped certain matches or shorter visits were arranged. Wimbledon spans long hours, often from early afternoon until late evening. That's a lot of time for a 3-year-old, even one used to royal life. Pages and aides helping with logistics, shade arrangements, snacks, quiet corners for naps, the planning is enormous. Second, parents William and Kate deliberately shield their youngest from constant public exposure, especially at high-profile sporting events. Prince Louis appeared in recent Trooping the Colour events and some family birthdays, just enough public visibility for fans to adore, but not so much that he becomes overwhelmed, or exposed to paparazzi throngs. His absence wasn't accidental. It was likely a thoughtful decision to keep his days less structured and more childhood-like. Tennis can be noisy, chaotic, full of flash photography and chanting crowds. It's lively, yes, but perhaps too active for a calm toddler's temperament. Third, think sibling dynamics. George and Charlotte, older siblings, are at ages where they understand what Wimbledon is about. They can sit politely, wave when instructed, and even enjoy a match or two. Louis is at the age of running around, needing breaks, snacks, naps, maybe even tantrums when overstimulated. Instead, being home means he's in familiar routines, playing in his garden, learning letters and numbers, maybe drawing with crayons alongside a nanny. Keeping him away from a long public appearance avoided the risk of fussiness or distraction that could overshadow the royal family's polished public appearance. Fourth, let's look at royal precedent and privacy norms. Although the modern royals sometimes bring their children to public events, they've always maintained a balance. Prince George and Princess Charlotte's first Wimbledon appearances were brief, controlled, and limited to specific matches. Even then, press photographers captured only a handful of images before respecting boundaries. With Louis, that boundary is taken one step further. It's about gradual exposure. Bit by bit as he grows, he'll appear more often. But at 3, outings are still selective. There's also been no official announcement or explanation, because not every public absence warrants a news release. Just like any parent might decide their toddler stays home for a nap. What about rumors? In the age of social media, some fans speculated Louis might have been sick, or that there was an internal issue. But without any evidence, no palace statement, no medical emergency noted, we can safely say that the most plausible, logical answer is routine family care and protecting childhood normalcy. Courtiers and royal commentators often emphasize that Kate and William want their children to feel as normal as possible. And that means sometimes no public appearance when the others go. We also look through previous coverage. In earlier years, royal watchers noted George or Charlotte sometimes missed certain public events due to school or creche, or simply because William and Kate judged it too much. The same principle applied here. The contrast between Kate and William's calm parenting style and sensational headlines shows they prefer quiet choices behind palace gates. So Louis stayed in a familiar space, maybe watching cartoons, playing with a toy car, having lunch with his family, and later rejoining them in the evening or for photos at home. That way, family routines remain intact. Now, why mention this at all? Because it highlights a subtle but important angle: royal parenting in the spotlight. Being a prince, or future king, does not negate childhood needs. The monarchy evolves on the edges of tradition, yet William and Kate subtly redefine it by giving their kids a childhood that includes playgrounds, bedtime stories, and candy, even if filtered through nanny-led daily life. So, to sum it all up without sections or headings because we stay conversational and engaging, Prince Louis, at 3 years old, simply stayed home from Wimbledon while his family attended because he's at an age where long events are too much, and his parents deliberately limit his public exposure so he can have a more protected, more normal childhood. They've followed a pattern used with George and Charlotte when they were younger: one part tradition, one part parenting strategy. There's no scandal, no illness, and no controversy, just a thoughtful choice to let Louis be Louis. Now, imagine being 3, playing in your cozy nursery while the rest of the family cheers from the royal box. Later, maybe when the match wraps up, you get a kiss goodnight from mum or dad and a story before bed. After all, every prince deserves some bedtime magic, even if it's with a tennis trophy just outside your window. Thank you so much for watching and diving into what could seem like a small question but reveals royal values and parenting style. I really hope you enjoyed this glimpse behind the curtain into the lives of the youngest Cambridge. If you did, please do subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, share with fellow royal watchers and tennis fans alike, and comment below: what childhood moment would you protect from the spotlight for your kids?